Yo, welcome back. This is another episode of Chill Crypto. You're here with myself, Goku, and who else is on the room?
And you got your boy Trunks.
Yes. The other guys couldn't make it today. But yeah, man, we'll go nevertheless. Um, and yeah, man, what are we speaking about today, man? We're speaking about Dogecoin. Doge. Is that how you pronounce it? Doge or Doge?
Doge. It's Doge for
Doggy?
me. Yeah, so many
Doggy?
different things. However Musk pronounces it, that's what I'll go with.
Yeah, but all right, and just as a quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. We're just here talking and having some fun. But yeah, man, Deutsch. I guess the real question, obviously, it's had a bit of a mad week, a bit of a mad week. Um, and to be honest, it's had a few mad periods recently, just in terms of price action. And I guess the question is like, do you actually think it can succeed? Um, and yeah, like, and what would that even look like if you think it can?
I mean, for me, so personally, again, not financial advice, but I've never put money in myself into Doge. It's
Right,
not something I'm looking to invest in myself. Um, I mean, having said that, looking at the recent run, it seems like there actually is, if you time the market right, which is always hard to do, of course, not financial advice again, you can actually make a decent amount of profit, even if you don't believe in the fundamentals of the project or the coin, which is me.
right.
I don't see any longevity when we talk about a world where we've fully adopted cryptocurrency and blockchain. I don't think Doge will be there. I don't think they'll either be in the top 10 market cap, probably not even the top 50.
Wow.
But
Wow. Wow. Do you know
yeah,
Deutsch
so
has been going for quite some time though, right? It's
yeah,
been going for years. And
it's
it's
a meme coin, and I think when the
yeah,
market kind of gets to the point where it's a bit crazy, and you see ICOs everywhere, and all of these just people joining into the craze, these meme coins tend to pump, and I guess Doge is kind of that's pretty much the front runner. That's the headline of meme coins. So I'm not surprised that it's pumping right now.
right. But okay, let me put it like this. Most coins that tend to start up like out of nowhere that just tend to be like silly stuff. And you can do this if you look back at like the snapshots of like the top 10 chart like over the course of the last few years. Like you'll see that most of those coins end up disappearing, like or just like yeah, really just disappearing. But actually, Doge has been around, like I said, since 2013, which is actually kind of mad when you think about it. It's been around. So even if it is a meme coin, even though it was built by Billy Marcus as a bit of a joke, he even lost face from the project. And I think he actually sold all of his coins at one time so that he could buy a Honda, not knowing that all of those coins would now be worth more than the whole company. But yeah, it's just like it's just mad. I think for me, what was once a joke has now started to gain legs because I think one of the most fundamental things, especially if you're going to have a payment system within like the crypto space, like a blockchain, um, yeah, a payment system built on the blockchain. I think two real things you're going to really need to like, well, a few things you need to stick out. One, you're going to need a level of you're going to need like speed. So obviously throughput, high throughput, etc. Like all that kind of stuff is currently what obviously Bitcoin is lacking, right? It's not as fast as it could be, and it's not fast enough for you to really use it for payments, right? At the moment. Maybe with Lightning, like maybe with some layer two protocols and stuff like that, potentially. But right now it's not at that place. Doge is trying to fix that, right? But then secondly, you're also gonna need network effects, virality. And crazy as it has been, Doge has actually somehow managed to develop huge network effects and huge levels of virality by initially starting off as a joke and now in my mind actually which is crazy slowly becoming something that's actually quite serious like and so yeah I think and just even like just the final thing I was going to mention is actually just acceptance like you're going to need people who are actually going to accept it as currency and
Yeah.
this is where things are interesting you are actually getting loads of companies I don't know why who are starting to actually accept, Dogecoin as currency,
Mm,
and not just your
mm.
Teslas as well. And that's why I think you're gonna be. It's just starting to get really interesting because, like I said, what was once a joke is now a bit mad. And if you zoom out on the chart, you can actually see that the take up over time has actually been kind of crazy. Um, yeah,
But
it's actually just wild.
that last point you made that's a worry to me. It's been worrying to me for the last week because I'm thinking how serious are people in the outside world actually going to take blockchain and cryptocurrency when a coin like this is currently making all the headlines and is at the forefront? Surely people that had their doubts would be thinking, you see, look at this, look at this rubbish here, look at this dog crypto. Like, what? How does that work? Like, how? Make it make sense.
I'm make it make sense. I'm with you. I'm actually with you. I'm with you on that point. I think the fact that you end up using the fact that a silly coin could potentially become the forerunner for blockchain technology is a joke. But when all is said and done, like how many things, like I'm not going to try and start doing a history lecture here, but I'm sure like if we were to look back at the origins of loads of things that have become big now, you would recognize just how silly they initially started out, and how much they probably didn't look like what they currently look like. So in one sense, I could imagine like DogeCoin could potentially blow up and just change name. Do you know what I mean? Like, or something like that.
Yeah,
like it's not something that's impossible. Companies rebrand all the time, or protocols, coins rebrand all the time. And so I don't think that's a crazy idea, but yeah, I do think that this is a bit of a wild situation we're finding ourselves in. And I do think that this does have a slight impact in terms of just things like credibility of the whole ecosystem and stuff like that. But that said, we say it has an impact on credibility, but then you see everybody investing in it. And so I don't know if that's, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's kind of a sign of the times as well, like with our current generation and this affinity we have towards memes and kind of making things less serious and just making jest and making the fun of everything. So you can kind of see why it's blown up from that if you look at that point of view and that sense.
Right. Yeah, I think like it's weird. We're just in a new era. We're moving from paper money to dogs to digital dogs. Dogs. But like I said, the crazy thing is, at the end of the day, if it can act as a store of value, a means of transferring wealth from one person to another person, a medium of exchange, accepted for payments and purchasing, etc., can be used even from a deferred place, from like loans and stuff like that. Like if that can, or I can promise you a certain amount of Doge to pay as an IOU for whatever. Like if it can be used in those kind of contexts, then all of a sudden it starts to fulfill all the functions of money. And once it's fulfilling the functions of money, the question is, why can't it be? Yes, it's linked to a dog, but that's just part of the joke, the underlying joke. In terms of the actual functionality, the coin actually has functionality, and it does have people who are trying to optimize it, right? In terms of building out, improving it, etc., etc. And it's got huge like backing. Obviously, we've not really mentioned, but Mr. Musk, Mr. Cuban, Mr. Doggy Dog, all of them. Yeah, all of those names, big names are all backing it, which obviously, for better or for worse, has put Doge on the map. So yeah, I think it's definitely volatile pricing. I don't think it's it's definitely not financial advice to recommend anyone to get into it. But if you are interested, definitely you should check that out. You can buy it at purchase it at, I think, at Binance, every major exchange, Binance, you'll find it, Gate.io, BitMax, FTX, like loads of different exchanges. You'll probably find it. Even eToro just listed it. Due to popular demand.
I saw a few tweets. They're definitely jumping on the train, on the hype train.
But
like I was saying before, I mean, not financial advice, but it does tend to be one of the oscillating coins. It goes up and down. You can almost guarantee it's going to go back up. It's going to pump again once it goes down. And I'm not quite sure what a price target would be, but I mean, $1 has been tipped for quite a long time now. So I mean, that's quite a big return if you are actually looking to invest yourself just for profits, or whether you fundamentally believe in the project itself. I mean, obviously it's all up to you, do your research, but it's definitely an interesting coin that's hitting all the trends right now. Right.
No, agreed. Well, I guess on that note, we can leave it there. But yeah, this is Chill Crypto once again. If you want to hear more, definitely check us out on the podcast, as well as so you'll find us on all your major streaming channels and platforms, and then you'll also find us on the socials at some point when we eventually get around to doing it. But yeah, this is Chill Crypto, and hope to see you guys again soon. Cheers.